haven't heard from a couple of people since the Cowboys lost the game. Let me call them.
This number is disconnected.
Disconnected? Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's somebody at the door. Oh, God.
Let me leave him a message on Instagram. Maybe I can do that. Let me see. All right. Mm-hmm. Account set to private. Mm-hmm. Welcome back, everybody. Thanksgiving is done. We hope you had a good one. We certainly did, as you could see from the intro. We had a lovely Thanksgiving. Unlike some people that we could not find, you know who you are.
Sabrina.
Yes.
It's amazing how when they lose, they are MIA. It's amazing.
But let them win by half a point over somebody that's barely limping by. You think they're going to the show. They're going all the way.
That's their MO too. Happy belated Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope everybody got through the holiday safe. Yeah. You enjoyed your family, enjoyed your turkey. Everything was great at my house. I spent the holiday with my sister and her family, about 7 of us. I was a little nervous even in that number, but so far so good. Good. And I took one picture with me and my niece Tatum. She's a future Redskinette. I'm training her. I'm training her up well. Train them as the way they should go. And when they get old, she won't depart from me.
Right. There it is. There's
so hopefully we got another Redskin generation coming. Oops. Oh. Washington football team generation coming.
Oh boy, yeah. I had a good Thanksgiving too. I cooked, which I thoroughly enjoyed. And I had about, if I had to think, I would say about 8 or 9 people. So we were close to whatever the 10 was. But it went fine. It was quiet. And then
until 4:25.
Oh, of course. Yes. That went very well. Which we would talk about. And I got my office painted. As you can see, my background is a different color from before, if you have watched before. Got the office painted, and we started decorating for Christmas. And so it's just been good stuff, but still, busy.
All right, let's get into this football thing. Sabrina, where we starting off at?
Where else could we start off with this lovely NFC East, a Washington football team win over the Dallas Cowboys? Gwen, how you feel about this game? I have a lot of thoughts. How you feel?
The joy, oh Lord, it's just, it's bliss. It's bliss. When is the last time we swept them, Sabrina?
2000.
We actually, 2000 who?
Was it 12?
I want to say it was, and that was the first time we had ever beat them on Thanksgiving. So this is the second time we had ever beat them on Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So I was hoarse for a few days afterwards.
Oh my gosh.
I was screaming so loud. I know my sisters downstairs, neighbors be like, your sister not allowed to come up your apartment no more.
Listen, we
had
a nice time watching
when the defense showed up. When they show up.
Yeah, we have
and I'm gonna take this as a legitimate win because they was playing with Andy Dalton. He's legitimate. He has a proven track record. He's never won a Super Bowl, but his team has been he used to be with the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were winners. They were contenders in their division in the past. So you can't say, oh, they didn't have that. This dude can play.
Well, they didn't have 2 of them. I think they were out of 2 linemen or tight ends or something. They were out of 2 key players. Anyway, we're not going to let them use it as an excuse because
I can let that be an excuse, Sabrina, but we didn't get a lot of sacks. You get what I'm saying? That was coverage. That was people on their man. That was blocking. You know what I'm saying? If he was getting sacked if he had 10 sacks in the games, then we can attribute this loss to the ends wasn't there. The two, what they call them, left tackles, or the right tackle, the left tackle, right. Nah, this was a pure loss. And let's just say, in my condolences to the team in itself, this is where, because they did lose one of their defensive coaches. So their spirits may have been, low, but I'm glad we won.
I'm glad we won too. And that fourth quarter was beautiful, beautiful with Gibson. First of all, and shout out to Antonio Gibson with his 3 touchdowns on the day.
He was beast mode.
Yes, and then the way that the game ended, it was like a little cherry on top of the sundae with Montez Sweat running back that play. It was beautiful.
Oh Lord.
And it reminded me of a play back in the day. My brain went back. Did Dexter Manley have a play like that?
You know he did.
Yeah, somebody had a play. Was it Dexter?
You know he did.
Okay. My mind I remember something like that. Yeah, so it was beautiful. And they have a defense that they can build on for sure. They could be the nucleus of the start of a great, great team if we just keep this up. Keep it up.
Which is why I was so upset a couple of episodes ago when Kurgan was like, I want out. Don't leave when you got the pieces there. It's like you waited 10 years, dude, to get some help. Now you finally got help. You got help at every position on that line with you now. Be a man, suck it up. Let Sweat come in. You can exchange with him. My thing is, I would have a Tom Brady mentality. I would sacrifice my pay. I would sacrifice some play if I can get that ring. Because ultimately, that's what they all want. And if you ask me, what do you get in the NFL to do? You get in the NFL to become a millionaire, to play, become famous, and to win the Super Bowl. And it's going to be hard to win it without a defense.
Which we now have. I think
that thing was beautiful.
I think we still need a little bit more help in the secondary, though. I think, but we're getting there.
So you gotta have that one person that throws everybody off that one position. But no one's perfect. They'll work on it over time. But great win.
Great win. Maybe some of these fans from Dallas will show up eventually.
Sabrina.
We'll be looking out here like this here.
They're not going to show up, Manny, until they win a game. And that may not happen the rest of this year. Something is up. Zeke not complacent. Zeke is going through something. And my prayers go out to him. I hope he gets it together because I love to watch him run, but not on us.
Correct.
I love to watch. That young man he's explosive. He'll start off and then one juke and he's gone and there's no catching him. I love to watch him run. But I hate this. I'll never want to see again in my life.
And that's my thing. Don't do it after
every run. You do it after you score a touchdown.
Right. Or a huge play. Don't eat after 5 yards. Sit down now. Bring it in.
That's
get another celebration or something.
Yeah. So I'm a little concerned about him.
Yeah. And so we're going to stay in the NFC East, and the Giants barely beat the Bengals yesterday, 19-17 or something of that nature. They are at the top of our division at 4-7. And even though we have the same record, the Giants beat us twice. And I don't want to take Gwen back because she has mentioned this a couple times, but I'm going to take her back. Yes, I'm going to take her back. We did not kick that extra point and instead went for 2 in that first game against the Giants earlier this season. And I hope that does not come back to bite us.
Sabrina, that's coming. Not only is it come back to bite us, it's coming back to devour us. Because if you look at this schedule, who do we play last? The
Eagle.
And we're going to need that win plus the one we gave to them. Watch this. This is the stupidity, excuse my stuff, that we do as Washington fans, as a Washington team. No way on this earth or the next one would you have made that call against a divisional team. Yep. Unacceptable.
When you have the momentum, when you got the game going in your favor and you go for 2, and at that point, that is idiotic.
When the 9 haven't been there for you all game. Yes, the momentum is going in your favor to kick the extra point, to take it into overtime, to then maybe get the ball, because then it's another coin toss and overtime, so you could have scored first field goal, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I would never understand that play. We're going to lose a conference title because of that one play. Watch.
I think the Eagles are going to falter. It's between us and the Giants, and sad enough, the Giants definitely have the upper hand. I wouldn't be surprised if they took it. And what's amazing is they were in last place for weeks and weeks and weeks without a pulse. And then all of a sudden, I think even beating us probably helped them to get some momentum. It's sad. Anyway, we got to move on because we don't want to
talk about that all day.
Yeah. So that's
Jesus, don't you just, Sabrina.
All right, next up, we're going to talk about the NFC North battle from last night, Sunday night game, where the Packers beat the Bears. The Packers are now, 8-3?
Yeah.
8-3. So what's happened there?
That was just a great game, Aaron Rodgers. The Bears went through all three of their quarterbacks. They're back to Trubisky or whatever his name is.
Trubisky,
yeah. And I'm like, what happened to Nick Foles? So maybe he wasn't playing up to par. I don't know. But it was heading into a monkey stomp. But then the Bears rallied back to make it at least a decent score. But I had stopped watching at halftime.
So tell me,
once Aaron gets to 30, you're not coming back on him. So I think they eventually ended up with 41 to 20 something. Mm-hmm. But it was terrible. And another monkey stomp, but this one had.
Wait a minute. So for the viewers, please define monkey stomp.
Monkey stomp is when a team run over you. You know, the gorilla stomp is the worst one, but a monkey stomp is you lost by 20 points or more. That's a monkey stomp.
This is Gwen's made up definition, y'all. This is not a football term.
This is Gwen. This is straight D. A gorilla stomp is when you shouldn't even came to the stadium that morning. How about that? But yes, it was heading that way, but the Bears rallied back to at least make it a decent score. Mm-hmm. But my game of the day where you just don't know what was going on was the Saints and the Broncos.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, all the Bronco quarterbacks are on COVID quarantine. So they had to play with the fourth quarterback on the team who's actually a wide receiver named Kendall Hinton.
So let me jump in there real quick. So if you didn't understand that, the person who played quarterback for the Broncos yesterday was not an actual quarterback. They had so many players in COVID that they had to bring another player from one position and make him the quarterback.
They had all the quarterbacks. They have usually a team carries 3 quarterbacks. All 3 of them are quarantined, COVID quarantine. So they had to bring who's next? Who else on the team can play quarterback efficient or decent enough to get us to the end of the game? Mm-hmm. And that was Kendall Hinton. He's actually a wide receiver.
And a wide receiver.
So that score ended up 31-3, which wasn't really much of a blowout because Drew Brees is not due to come back until week 15. So,
and week 15 is against the Kansas City Chiefs. So we were talking about that before we started. Whether he's better or not, he's going to be back for that game. Drew is. Yeah. He's not going to miss that. Yeah.
So those were my 2 lopsided games yesterday that I actually watched. And I was like, what happened? Who is this number 2? I ain't never heard of this dude. So yeah, they kind of, that's bad. And actually that's affecting another game. We have a first Tuesday game.
Yes.
Because you can speak on that, Sabrina.
Sure. So my brother, who is a Steelers fan, we talked about him in a previous show, but on Thanksgiving, I was like, our game, the Washington game turned out great. And I was looking forward to the Steelers game with the Ravens to, end the day. And he's like, no, we're not playing. They postponed it due to COVID. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So the game got postponed until tomorrow, which is December the 1st. It's going to be December. And the first Tuesday game that I can ever remember, it's not normal to have games on a Tuesday. And Lamar Jackson, the quarterback of the Ravens, is going to be in COVID protocol, which means who's going to be the quarterback, Gwen?
RG3.
Bringing back memories. We won't go back. It's been 8 years now. Let's keep it present. But yes, RG3 is going to be their quarterback, and we'll see how it goes. I hope the Steelers can go 11-0. They're 10-0 right now. And they play Washington. The Steelers do after that. So hopefully we'll get them nice and tired from Tuesday and they're a little discombobulated and confused. And then we have a chance, because that's the only way we're standing a chance.
I don't. This all could be divine intervention, if you ask me. This playing so close together, because they need a couple of days of rest or whatever. But is Baltimore really gonna make them work because Griffin's in? You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Lamar can at least run them around, make them tired. But them weak knees RG3 have, you don't know
he done been on the sideline for 5-6 years.
Benny.
If he ain't rested now, when is he gonna be rested?
Benny.
He been rested for 5 years.
Say, okay, amen. And this is about to get ugly. Okay, so yeah, so maybe, but I have to do a fact check. Someone made a comment, and my cousin Malik, who I call Midget, checked me on a fact. The Patriots actually were undefeated in the 2007 season. They just didn't win the Super Bowl.
Right.
So they went 16-0, but they lost the Super Bowl. So no team has ever been undefeated and won the Super Bowl except for the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, so
there were 2 teams back in the 30s and the 40s, but we're talking about since the Super Bowl has been in existence. The Dolphins are the only team to actually have a perfect season and then win the Super Bowl. So thank you, Malik.
Thank you, Malik.
So, Beanie, the game that I was interested in was the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Mahomes against Brady.
Yes.
How did that end up?
So the Chiefs won the game. They're 10-1 right now, but they started off blazing. I thought the Buccaneers wouldn't stand a chance. They opened up with a 17-0 lead. The Chiefs did, and Mahomes and Tyreek Hill have a very good connection. I think they're probably the best, quarterback and wide receiver combo right now.
You have to give. I'm sorry.
In the league, but they won that game. Tom Brady got another loss, but he will bounce back. What did you think about that game?
Well, I'm just going to focus on the quarterback situation. You are absolutely correct. They're one of the best duos in the NFL right now. They were the previous Super Bowl winner, so it's up to them to give that away to somebody, or somebody got to come and take it from them.
Yes.
Should I say? We all know that when Brady left the New England, that he would have to have 1 or 2 years of adjusting. And these are the adjustment and the growing pains he's just going to have to experience. He's going to have to be a loser right now, something that he's really not used to doing. I could say under 20 years he was with the Patriots, how many times did he not go to the Super Bowl? How many times did he not go to the playoffs?
Right.
You could count on one hand. And that's like phenomenal.
Yeah.
But
and the Buccaneers aren't doing that bad. I mean, they wouldn't be at where they are now without him, I don't think.
Exactly.
Yeah. And a lot of people thought at one point that this could have been like a Super Bowl preview. It could have been the Chiefs and the Bucs in the Super Bowl. I don't think that's the case.
Who said that?
A couple of people have said that.
Man, them Tom Brady fans, that Bama ain't going nowhere this year.
Not this year, yeah.
And anybody with an ounce of sense knew it's rebuilding. You just can't go in and inspect everything to jail around. You need the right pieces. He needs 1 or 2 more pieces. I need to watch that running back was a little off. He wasn't producing. Tom got to throw his way, which he's always used to, throwing. But he need a couple of pieces. He got Gronk. That helps because they're used to each other, but he gonna need a couple of years. You ain't that bad. You ain't got the ass on your chest yet, dude. You think you are, but you're not. It's gonna take a couple of years. I don't know nobody just go in and transition from another team to transition from one team to another, and immediately boots running. They back to the playoffs. So yeah, I actually don't like Brady. So if I come off harsh, that's just me. I don't. But I cannot take away from his play and the record. I personally don't like Tom Brady. And for those who watching you may think so because Gwen, you're so hard on him. But let's be very clear. He is a phenomenal, exceptional player. For those who don't know, when you retire from the NFL, there has to be a 5-year grace period before you're eligible to go into the Hall of Fame. And Tom will be what, Sabrina?
A first ballot Hall of Famer. Yeah, he will be. Whether we like him, don't like him, you got to respect the man.
You have to respect his play, but he ain't got the ass on his chest.
You don't think so?
No, he gonna need some more pieces.
Oh, you mean now? Okay.
Yes, he not going back. Maybe they in the hunt for the playoffs, but he not going far.
Okay.
But the NFC, our division gonna lose in the whatever first game they play. Let's just keep it real.
Yes.
So maybe if they can win their division, they can have that bye week to get stuff together. But
We'll
see. Right now, if we ended it right now today, Sabrina, who do you have going in the full division out of the AFC?
Oh gosh. So let's see. We have the Chiefs for sure. We have the Steelers, of course. We have the Titans, I would say, which we haven't talked about that game. The Titans and beat the Colts to take the first place lead in the South. So I would say the Titans. And what division am I missing? We've done West, South, North. We have the Bills. The Bills would be in as well.
Yeah. And for the NFC, the East is just done. You could throw a coin up, maybe one of us would make it, but so far it looks like the Giants are on the path because they have an easier record. Their remaining games are easier than ours. We have to play the Seahawks and the Steelers.
Yeah.
So I would say the Giants. I want the Packers.
Okay.
I want Seattle. Not sure about that. And you got to give it to the Saints.
Yeah, that's it. That is it.
Who that? They on a roll.
They are. And without Drew.
Breeze, that's what I'm saying. Come on now. That's when you know it's the system. Sean Payton has the same. He is the NFC version of Belichick. Do you agree? Not to the. Okay, go ahead.
I was going to say, we were going to say the same thing. As close as you can get.
Yes.
Okay, yes. Yeah. Yep. And then the 49ers, been talking about this. The 49ers beat the Rams yesterday, which was a surprise to me.
I was shocked. I call that what could have been game, what should have been game. Because the two coaches left our organization as assistant coaches to go and be superstars in other cities, and we didn't have the wherewithal to keep them, or the what you want to call it, the insight to see that they were rock stars in the making, and we let them go, one to San Francisco and one to LA, and look what happened.
Look what happened, and here we are. But the Seahawks definitely have that, I believe, have that position or that division locked up.
As long as Russell stay away from Sierra and that new baby, we be
if you don't tell that man to stop staying away from his wife.
I'm not, Sabrina. This is football. He got the whole other 8 months to be around her. If you are not producing and acting right, you can talk to her on the phone or FaceTime her and the baby. But something was up with Russell them couple of weeks. And like I said again, they had an intervention.
So what you're saying is the man can't be around.
Distracted a little bit, as he should be. She's beautiful. He got his first baby boy, biological. I get it. But come on now, you can kumbaya with them after you win the Super Bowl and flap a word. What? Can you call this savage mode?
All activated.
Deactivate.
Right. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's talk. You see the look on Gwen's face. We were just talking in between the segments. The Browns, the Cleveland Browns, are 8-3. If the Steelers were not having the year that they were having, the Browns could be leading their division. That's like that's 2020 in a nutshell right there.
Okay. Sabrina, how many years this team been a sub 500 team?
For those who may not know, the Browns are like the perennial, every year struggling, don't even consider them in the playoffs team. And they're 8-3, like doing very well. I believe they're either the 5th or the 6th seed. I want to say they're the 5th seed right now. If the playoffs started today, the Browns would be in the playoffs. I'm a root for them.
I might have to too, because let's keep it real. And for those Browns fans that may be watching, please forgive me. But when I had my fantasy football, when I was playing with the guys at work, I would go through the schedule and see who the Browns were playing, and I would switch out players, keep my rock stars, but every once in a while you will have that standout player that you have to substitute somebody, or when a team has a bye week, that player can't play that week. So I would go and see who the Browns were playing, and if my rock stars were playing, had bye weeks, I would switch them out with players that was playing against the Browns, and I won 2 years in a row with that. That was my secret. Nobody knows.
Now the secret.
I would do that with the Browns and the Detroit Lions.
Yeah. And
I would go and see who they were playing, and I would swap out my players.
And you said the Browns and the Lions, and both of them beat us this year. Didn't the Lions beat us?
Come on now. Come on. So that'll let you know how I'm really feeling. Good night, Irene. We got to get it together. But I feel like Alex is moving up. I feel like progression better. He may be a little scared. Who wouldn't be? He had a catastrophic injury. Almost ended his life, not career, his life. He's about to lose that leg, you know. But look, I feel like he's ticking up. You know, like he's getting better. I see he's getting a little bit more confident. That line they better hold him this Sunday, because them Steelers is coming.
Good gracious.
They better hold them.
They're not going to be worried about.
Tomlin take a little bit more off because he's back home. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm playing the team, my hometown team. For those who don't know, Tomlin grew up in Virginia. So I feel like he's closer to home. Virginia never had, so that's why all the Virginians, they are Washington fans. You know, so that was his team. So, ooh, what could have been?
Yes.
Now, ladies and gents, we come to that part of our segment where we're going to announce the winner of our T-shirt giveaway.
Woo!
So Sabrina is going to draw the names from her bowl she has. So Beanie, you do the honors.
Okay, so we looked back at the previous video to see how many comments we had, and we had 3 commenters. So your odds are great. All right, first up, we have Kanita. I don't know if you can see that. Kanita. Okay.
That's my BFF of 40 years in a non-football. We're winning her over, Sabrina. She said last week, I think I'm getting into this football thing.
Yes.
So between us and her husband, Norman, shout outs to Buddy, we might get her on our side. We might even go to a game when COVID is over. That'd be great.
So there's Kanita. You're going in the bowl. Bowl. You can see the bowl. I took it off the wall. So you're going in the bowl. Okay, and I'm
got folded up.
Hold up. Next commenter is, wait a minute, who do we have? Selena, who is one of my 2 best friends, and she's been a great commenter and supporter. Saints fans, we showed her picture in the Football for Beginners show that we did on Wednesday past. Selena.
Who that, Selena?
Who that, Selena? Pew, in the bowl. And finally, I don't know what this person's going to do if they win. Maybe we have to make him a man shirt. Malik.
That's my cousin Malik. He's an avid. When I tell you, this dude rock Washington gear every time, down to the toothbrush, the cup, the phone, the keychain, the pencil, everything is a Washington what you call it?
Merchandise. I don't know.
Yes.
Here's Malik. He's swimming into the bowl. Okay, why do I have this big, huge bowl with 3 pieces of paper?
Just go like this. Just cover it up with your eyes. Close your eyes and then pick.
Here we go. Here we go. All right, Lord. Okay, here we go. Boom. Okay, this one, I felt this one. This one felt right. I don't know who this is. And the winner is... Oh, I'm nervous.
Don't be.
Okay. Oh! The winner is Kanita!
Massey, I think she needed, because you know what, Sabrina, we got her now, Beanie. And I'm gonna take a picture of her in her shirt. Yes. Congratulations, Kay. Things for me to get on here and do this. It's the love of the game, and I love my cousin, and I've always wanted to do this. So I just, I'm thankful for the opportunity. I'm thankful for the constructive criticism. I'm thankful for just everything about Spikes and Heels.
Yeah, me too. This is such.
I look forward to Sunday. How many people text me on Thursday saying, I can't wait to see that next show. So, and please subscribe. Please subscribe. Click on the bell so that you get notifications, because now we have 2 segments. We have our regular segment, and then we have our football for beginner segments that will air on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. So if you know anybody that doesn't know the game quite as well as they want to, tell them to watch the Wednesday shows. They're shorter and it focuses squarely on how to learn about football. It's not talking about the week's games and all of that. So
we're in and out with it, and we don't give you so much that you can't digest it. Mm-hmm. You know, so I enjoy all of it.
Me
thank
too.
you, Sabrina. I'm so glad to have this time with you again. And it was RFK bring back the best memories. That the whole stand used to rock like this.
Yes.
Man, we need a new location. Mm-hmm. Those who are listening, it is not the name we thought. Change the name, we'll start winning. We need a new location.
Yeah, we do. That
maybe we could get some. They need to put it back where it was. I don't understand.
For those of you who have
infrastructure is already there.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And RFK is probably 15 minutes from my house. So I would love that. Well, actually, FedEx is not that far from my house either. But anyway, I want
I'm right on top of FedEx.
Yes, see? And I want our stadium to be in DC again. For those of you who have never been to FedEx Field, it is just a big, huge bowl with no heart, no feeling.
It's dry.
No special amenities, nothing.
Let's be real. I have sat in, I'm one of the few people that I can say I have sat in every level at FedEx. I've sat in the box. I've sat up high. I've sat down low. I've sat on the 50-yard line.
Oh, no, not that.
The best fans at FedEx are the ones that sit up high.
Listen, let me tell you something. One year I had box seats. I said, club seats or whatever you call them. I'm like, oh, this is nice. I was in there and we would do a big play and they would go, like we at the opera. I said, put me out there. I want to be out there.
Come on, Sabrina. And I was like, what? They don't, and they just, Pinky. I knew I was in trouble when I saw the Pinky go up on the hot chocolate.
I'd rather be in the nosebleeds.
Oh my God!
With them than to be in them boxes with.
Sabrina, remember that time we was on the last row? The next to last row.
Yes. I didn't care.
That was the most fun I ever had. We were on the next to last row at the top. Mm-hmm. They looked like little minion ants running around, but man, that was the most fun I ever had.
So much fun.
Man.
DC's mayor said that she wouldn't consider it unless we change the name, so we changed the name.
Hey.
So come on, Muriel Bowser.
Come on, Bowser. Come on, Mayor Bowser. Let's do this, girl. Call me. I can help you get your team together.
Let's do it, Muriel. We can do this.
Have a great week.
Have a great week. We can't wait to see you Wednesday and then again next Sunday.
Go look for these Cowboy fans.
You're not going to find them.
I'm going to go get my flashlight and a magnifying glass.
Not going to find them.
Bye.
Bye. You need to get it?
No, I'm not touching it. Ah! God, you come on here.
All right, I'm ready.
To switch conferences and still, man. Did you just yawn?
I'm so sorry. I tried to hold it and it came out.
Ah! Woo-hoo. Thank you.